take note, it's no longer October. I can't go off the shits.
Says who?
You're right.
We live in
Halloween is a state of mind.
Halloweentown. We can go off the shits whenever we like.
Oh, a justification that is most certainly used and abused. But hello, everyone! You've heard some wonderful voices so far, but welcome to another Toonkind FPS!
Whoop, whoop.
I am Vwild, here with my wonderful monkey, one of the pair of today, and I am joined by the absolutely incredible, wonderful person with the brilliant voice mod and all-around fantastic person.
That's why
One
you
of the
wanted to start. You wanted to just heap praise on me.
Yes, exactly. This is literally what I do every time. It's just like, hey, can I start the intro? And you fall for it every time. It's great.
God dang it. Hello, everybody. My name is Whis, and I'll be paying a pumpkin today.
Oh, we got a jack-o'-lantern headed guy and a jack-o'-lantern monkey. Wonderful times.
Wonderful times indeed. Alrighty. We are starting this off. This takes place after the recap clip episode. That is surprisingly difficult to say.
Let's try saying it fast.
Blah, 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 blah. Yes. This is maybe a day or two after that FPS. And we are opening our scene on Lin. It is early evening, and you are walking the streets, perhaps away or towards the Stagehand's Requiem at your pleasure. And I will like you to do a perception check just to get us started.
Yeah, will do. I also got to roll her die for the day.
Oh, yes.
Great. Okay, it's definitely a walk away because she's stretching the leggies because that was an 80 goddamn 3.
Oof.
With advantage.
Oof.
It's fine. And that is a... Oh, jeez. I'm not sure this is going to get anything. Really, Whis. I'm really not. 15 plus 12.
27. Alright, nice. Okay, so you're walking the streets. It's early evening. You can see the stars are coming out. The sun has gone down enough that the sky is no longer in shades of orange. It's all that lovely nighttime blue. But it's still like light-ish. That sort of happy medium spot. And everything seems pretty as per standard, but as you're walking past the part of town that the pumpkin patch and the curly hill are in, there is a scent on the air. And this is the kind of scent that absolutely hits your nose and not some psychic scent thing like some other instances you may have encountered. It smells a little bit like pumpkin spice and burnt sugar.
Oh. That's not my... Oh! Oh. Oh, okay. Monkey's mind is going at 100 miles per hour, thinking she's figured out the person, and now has decided, you know what? Yeah, we're going for enrichment.
Well, it's very
Yes.
easy to follow that scent. You are a bloodhound of a monkey. Especially with it's only 7. So you get closer to the curly hill, and you can quite easily see that there is somebody sitting at the top of the hill, and they have a very vague little orange glow to them. But as you get closer, you feel as though that might have something to do with the fact that they are breathing little puffs of fire out of their mouth.
Okay, she takes a second there to just look at that, because while she normally holds herself back and stuff, she is internally thinking that is cool as shit. That is cool. She's not going to say this out loud because she thinks, hey, that's probably not just the thing just randomly passing by and go, wow, that's cool as shit. No, she has a bit more thought.
Like, just to clarify, it is just tiny little puffs, like hardly bigger than a candle flame. It's nothing like big draconic breath of fire or anything.
Figured that much. She can still find it cool. It's aesthetically pleasing, if nothing else, because come on, ambience. And I think she's gonna kind of stand there for a moment just watching, because in her head she's just like, hey, do I engage? Does this person look as though they want to be engaged? I want to engage them at some stage. They seem cool, but at the same time, are they just doing. She knows the dramatic sit on a gargoyle. She's trying to figure out whether that's what they're doing.
Well, do you want to get closer and see if you can figure it out?
I think she will.
Is she
She's
gonna do
probably
it
gonna
with
roll.
stealth?
You know what? I know your modifiers, but yes, she's absolutely gonna use stealth.
Alright,
She
I'm
also
gonna roll a
roll
perception to
insight, I
contest it
think.
because that's funny.
Let's see. What's your deception mod? Your deception modifier is ludicrously high. Your stealth modifier is a 7, so that's a
Uh,
22 for her. I am looking forward to what it gets. 31.
yeah. So I'm kind of picturing like in Nightmare Before Christmas, how Sally's creeping up to spy on Jack when he's singing, like between the headstones and stuff. I'm kind of picturing that Lynn might be doing something similar. But as you do get closer, there is this sort of the figure on the hill sort of perks up a little bit and turns, and you can see that he's got in one hand a very very large marshmallow. Like, you know that this person is significantly bigger than you. This marshmallow is big to him. Like, I mean, I don't know if you've seen them over there, but sometimes here we get these jumbo American marshmallows that are like 2-3 inches long. They're freaking huge. And it's like that,
Oh my.
but in proportion to him. So it's like,
On the plus side, in her head, she's finally putting to bed something that was in her head from Long Live the Pumpkin King, the spun sugar smell. It's just like, yeah, we definitely know the origin of that now.
yeah. But he kind of turns around as he's perked up, and he spots you creeping up behind him, and you can just see him sort of brighten a little bit and smile.
Oh, oh, you're the Lin monkey.
And she just kind of just from where she was like sneaking, just full on stand up. Yeah, that's me. I'm the Lin Monkey, Detective Lil Lin Stagehand, at your service.
Korvits Allhallows. I don't have a subtitle anymore. Nice to see you. What are you doing out here?
Oh, stretching the sketch.
Huh?
And walks are good.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, that's kind of all I've got to do with my time these days. Hey, do you want a marshmallow?
Ooh, you know what? Sure. Hang on, coming up. And she does just stroll up. In fact, you know what? Screw it. This is Marshmallow. She does go on all fours for a moment, just bound closer, and then get up.
Great. He is going to hold this marshmallow he's holding in his hand, and he's going to look at it and then look at her.
Do you want it toasted or as is?
Oh, well, roasted is nice. I mean, schmoz and stuff are picking fantastic. Presuming. The question is, how are you gonna toast it?
I mean, there are a few ways. There is the slightly more sanitary option, and the completely sanitary option. But I mean, it's fire one way or the other. So I think it's probably fine. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine.
Go for the one that's most fun.
Oh, now you've put me in a hard position. How about the one where I show off medium level? How about that?
Go for it.
All
And she's
right.
She's full on, like, crossed her arms in the slight lean back of just, go on then.
So what he does is he gives a bit of a grin, and he holds the marshmallow out in two fingers, and he just sort of takes a deep breath, and like his chest sort of puffs out a little bit as he does that, and then he breathes out, and you can see that breath turn into that puffs of fire that you were seeing before, and he basically just breathes fire onto this marshmallow, and he just turns it in his hand until you get this nice even char, and then he just sort of sometimes when someone's breathing out like that, they'll close their mouth suddenly and then their cheeks are sort of puffed out a little bit. He'll do that, swallow, and then offer it down to Lin.
There you go, how's that?
Heckin' fantastic! I mean, that was pretty cool. Oh, my gloves are gonna get so mucky from this. Munch.
I mean, yeah, it's molten sugar. It kind of does that. But that's what we've got prestidigitation for, yeah?
Mm-hmm. She's literally shoved this entire marshmallow in one.
I mean, that's fair. He gives an appreciative nod at that and just reaches into this immensely large marshmallow bag, which Lin could use as a sleeping bag, and pulls out another one and just shoves it straight into his gob. And that smell of pumpkin spice, that toasted pumpkin spice and that molten sugar, just sort of, it seems to just be on his breath, because he seems to have, be fire on the inside as far as Lin can tell.
She does outright sign. Like, she does sign because she's still got mouthful of marshmallow. Just so much makes sense now.
What makes
sense?
Many things. Mainly the marshmallows. Spun sugar is an interesting scent. Honestly, it's good to finally figure out why it was there and why it's now. I thought it was part of your magic, but it's not. It's just you. You just eat them and they go boom. It's great.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, so, yeah, no, I just really like sweets. I mean, Jacques used to get cross at me for trying to sneak them in the middle of court, but he could never stop me.
Oh, must have been hard trying to sneak stuff past him. He's got really good perception.
Yeah, but, yeah, sometimes it wasn't so much wanting to sneak it in them, like, as long as all the people in the court didn't really notice, if Jacques noticed, that was fine, because I knew it pissed him off. Like, why is my king like this? God damn.
Holy pain. Oh. And wait, like court, like the council court, or like full court?
No, like proper actual court. Jacques and Asclepius set up that council thing. I'm still kind of getting my head around it, but back in my day, legitimate royalty here. Suppose you didn't really realize that, huh?
I knew it on a fundamental level. You still just everything happens all of the time in Einquell.
Yeah.
There's so much that happens all of the time, and lots of different titles getting flung left, right, and center.
You thought the Pumpkin King was just a title? That's gotta come from somewhere, right? And what am I if not a pumpkin who was a king, you know?
And the etymology does check out.
Yeah. But I'm glad you dropped by. I was actually going to get Gara to show me where your house was, because Jacques said that you picked up your house and put it in town, which is very convenient. And how did you do that? I will have to ask. But I'm glad you swung by, because I have at least 2 piles of thank yous I need to put on your small head, so we could get started on that if you want.
Oh? There's kind of a blink from Lin at that. Just double pile of I mean, okay. I mean, I don't think there's anything you need to be thankful for? Question mark. Especially not double time. But sure, let's go.
That is exactly what Jacques said you would say. Okay, let's start with the first pile.
And he mimes picking up something and then putting it on top of Lin's head.
Pile of thanks number 1. Thank you for helping Jacques save me. I don't know saving what from necessarily, but thank you for that.
Happy to be of service. It's what I do. What we all do, and hey, we're glad to have you back. Especially because it makes Jacques happy. And also for your sake. Yeah. Good to meet you.
Yeah, likewise. I mean, I'm glad to be back. It kind of doesn't really feel like I left yet. Some things in town are very different. Lots of the buildings are different. But we're working on getting our bearings again. Some things are still in place. Some things are distinctly not in place.
And he sort of stops and turns and looks in a particular direction and takes a deep breath and then lets it out. And like, he doesn't seem like he's meaning to, but there is a few little licks of fire that creeps out of his mouth when he sighs out.
But we're working on that. We're working on that. But yes, I'm really glad to be back. And I'm really glad that everything is, like, town is still here. It's different, but it's still home.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're gonna get to see how it develops from here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always more future coming, and so long as we don't have an erasure coming up or anything like that, we'll be at it for a while.
Yeah. I'd rather like to not see one of those in my lifetime, and I hope my lifetime's a long while. Just yeah.
Yeah, no, agreed. Absolutely agreed. Like, I mean, as far as I was able to figure, I think I was 2, maybe 3 days after the last erasure at most. So, like, everything was a little bit weird those first couple of days, I think.
Damn. Wow. That's yeah, you know a lot of history then, eh?
Wow, I know the 22 years or so that I was around for, yeah. Everything from when I disappeared to now, I don't know. But you know, I've got some back history up here.
And he gives a knock against the side of his pumpkin head, and it makes a hollow dunk dunk.
Well then, I know Halloweentown's got good libraries, and I've got my own records in the Requiem. I like collecting knowledge. Knowledge is useful, and I got other stuff around. If you want to branch out, Toontown libraries, not so great nowadays. They had a lot of misinformation when I was looking. I was very misinformed as a kid.
Oh, that's a shame. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm gonna try with Jax's library, and I mean, if you've got different stuff in yours, then I'll come and raid your library too. But I'm not super keen about leaving town just yet. I mean,
Understandable.
I mean, there used to be so much outside of the capital that was ours. And the borders are a little bit smaller now, and I'm still kind of getting my head around that.
I am going to roll a history for Lynn because there is something that she. Thank you, Lynn. So she is just she is nodding along, and then she just goes, yeah. Imartus was quite different to Halloweentown, I guess.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Imaris was big and stretched quite a bit north and quite a bit to the east, and Halloweentown was always here. This was the capital. This was always here. And now it's the whole of our influence, which I guess isn't a bad thing. At least we still got the capital.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, indeed. And it's a pick and fantastic capital. I mean, it's home.
It is. And it might be different in that building and that building and a few other things here and there, but it's still home.
Yeah. And how are you taking all of this? I mean, I know I'm an entirely new person, and you can just say shove off and shove me off this awesome curly hill, but you doing okay? Settling in with it all, especially with big
Well,
changes.
well, having some things be the same certainly helps stop me from, lying face down on the ground and starting to cry. Jacques is still here, and Jacques is still the same as he ever was, which makes a big difference, I gotta say. And, the vibe of town is still the same, and, the hill's still here.
And he gives the curly hill a fond pat with his hand.
And, there are plenty of other places that are still here and more or less the same. Like, I can see lots of them from here, like the forest and pumpkin patch, graveyard, and my well. I've seen my well. I'm glad that's still here.
Why is it your well? What's special about the well?
Oh, it's cool. Carter and I made it together. It's got some special features. It's quite fun. It's quite fun.
Lynn looking in the direction of where she thinks the well is, and you can see, with your high perception, you can see the look on her face of contemplate the splashy.
Yes. Oh dear, dear. I'm not going to make you roll for it, but Lynn knows exactly which well he's talking about. It's the one that's got a fountain in it, in the town square.
Oh,
I have a picture. Hold on, I'll put a picture in the thing because I don't think we actually came across this in Long Live the King.
in the game, no.
Yeah.
No, now Monkey gets to rattle for lore.
Monkey gets to rattle for lore. Where is the picture of the fountain? There it is. Here, I'll put it in my OBS too, just for shits and giggles. Why not? Why do I have so many subfolders?
Life is a pecking nightmare.
A little bit like that. Yeah, so it's kind of this winged, kind of dragon-ish, but also not. It's got a little tail with a spike on the end and whatnot. But yeah, so just thinking about it, you can entirely picture which landmark he's talking about when he says that. You only know it to gurgle out some slightly murky water. You've never seen it do anything other than that.
And she does just think it over, and then she does just lean and just go, oh, come on. You gotta tell me what it does. Come on.
Wait, you legitimately never seen what it does?
No? I mean, it's aesthetically pleasing, and it's a nice place to sit. I mean, seriously, it's a really nice place to sit at night. And it gurgles. But, come on, spill.
You really think I'm gonna spill the beans that easy? Heck no.
Oh, come on!
If you've not seen it, you can try and work it out. You said you were a detective, right? You can work it out on your own time.
Oh, fine, fine. It'll provide me with enrichment. You know, normally, when you're trying to enrich a detective, we normally shove like cold cases in a pumpkin and throw that around for us to get enrichment from. I'm getting my enrichment from a talking pumpkin head.
Yeah, how often does that happen?
Apparently, now.
Yeah, apparently so. Here I am going off. I had a second pile of thank yous I needed to pull.
Put on your head. And he picks up another imaginary box and puts it on top of Lin's head.
This one is thank you for saving Jacques from that asshole ex of his.
Oh. Yeah, that. Again, not something I need thanks for. Well, I was glad to be there. And hey, and she does give like a little shake of her head. Not in a bad way, but in the almost as though she's imaginary shaking off these two boxes. Just listen, Jacques and Asclepius, both the spooks, they've done stuff back for me. They saved my life twice over, really. So consider us even.
No, that's not how this works. This isn't a conversation about debt. This is a conversation about gratitude. And whether or not you think that I should be thanking you or not, I am very, very incredibly grateful for Jacques not being dead and for me not being in whatever weird ass prison, what have you, I was in. So, whether or not you think it's worth me thanking you, I am grateful. And you're just gonna have to live with that fact.
Oh, woe is me in the height of gratitude.
Yeah, get pecked. You're stuck with it.
Oh, I like you. You swear so much. It's pecking fantastic.
Yeah, I've heard that I have a vocabulary inappropriate for a royal, but whatever.
Yeah, we say feck that.
Yes, we do.
God, that must have been tricky back in the day. I mean, like, I know. What kind of relationship did you have with Jacques? Like, if he was around you in court and stuff, like, how was he reacting to all of this back in the day?
Oh, I mean, most of the time he was exasperated in public, but privately thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
I mean, he knows how to say the right thing in front of nobility and all that crap. I mean, I'm okay at it, but I'm not a very good bard. I'm an okay bard, just not as good with the whole eloquence as Jacques. Jacques is damn good at that shit.
Yeah, same hat on that front. Jacques is really good with that silver tongue.
Mm-hmm. Always has been. I'm a little bit more inclined to, mock the shit out of people, which doesn't normally go down well in the middle of a royal court.
No, alas and alack, no. It's great in a fight.
Oh, yeah. Vicious mockery is so funny. You can just swear at someone and make fun of their shoes, and they physically take damage. It is so funny.
It is so much fun. Like, legitimately, it is the best. I used to swear in fights just cause now I get to do it and people have damage. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a little bit of extra zing to your cutting words that they actually cut. It's great. And it's very good. I mean, and then all else fails, you can hit them with something sharp or set them on fire. I'm quite partial to both of those.
Ah, it's I got an axe and I know how to use it. And
Oh,
wait,
you like an axe as well. I don't know where mine ended up. I have to ask Jax if he's seen it. But, no, I'm definitely a great axe kind of person, yeah.
yeah, I actually know where it is.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's it's in the basement, so you're gonna have to get past Kara to get at it.
Right. I will have to have a conversation with Kara, because Jacques did say that the basement was Kara territory, and
Yeah,
all bets are off down there.
yeah.
Okay, fair.
You do get lost down. You do get lost down there. It was an experience.
Oh, you've been okay. Fair enough. Luckily, I have no particular need for my axe right at this moment, but I'm hoping that if the need arises, Kara, I'd just be like, "Here, please take your axe," which would be good. Would make things a hell of a lot easier if there was a picnic I needed to kick the butt of. But we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
And she does laugh for a moment, and then her expression does change just slightly, and she does just. It's softer for a moment, and she just goes, "You took really good care of it, you know."
Hmm. You know, I don't doubt that. I don't really remember anything in between the disappearing and the reappearing, but it, I have kind of gotten the impression I was missed. So
Yeah.
I'm glad to be
Good.
back.
And we're glad to know you now. And everything willing, stars, souls, and plots align, we'll get to meet someone else down the line as well.
He's gonna tilt his head to one side at that remark.
Roll insight if needed.
Okay, he can definitely roll an insight. What's your insight? Okay, I forgot. A lot. Yeah, I don't know how much he's gonna get with this, but
Oh, marvelous! Right, with that, for all this monkey has been cackling with you and showing off this slightly chaotic side, you do, as you've tilted your head, you see a look in her eyes of just, this is a detective. This is someone who puts pieces together and figures things out. And you do recall when you'd been looking off into the distance for some place that was missing, she'd clocked that. And with everything else, because you weren't the only person who went missing. And without directly saying it, you know she's thinking of, well, the one who went missing that long time ago.
his smile will drop a little bit and he'll turn and look off in the distance again.
I'm sure they're okay. I can you can call it a feeling. They'll come back.
And she does gently just put her hand up, like where she can reach, like on the arm or such, and just keep it there. This again, you can tell me to pick off, but are you still linked to them?
Yeah.
Good. I admit I can't imagine. Well, actually, I have been severed from mine before. Not a fun experience.
Wait,
But
what?
yeah.
Wait. Whoa, hold on. Whoa, brakes. Put the brakes on that wagon wheel. You wouldn't run that by me again, Monkey Kid?
Kid!
Yes?
I'm 23!
What's your point? I'm like 200. Doesn't matter that 180 of those years I was in some sort of gym prison.
Yeah,
I am 200 odd
you're
years old.
You're old as balls. That don't make me a kid, you picnic.
Yeah,
I'll take
it does,
the
you peckneck. Anyway, run that by me again. What?
You're gonna have to establish which part has flummoxed you, old man.
I will throw you off this hill.
I've
The-
been thrown up far higher than this.
Oh, good. Good. I wanted to stretch my wings. Anyway, the whole thing about being disconnected from yours, in quotes.
And he'll like do the quotes with his fingers.
Oh yeah. Right. You haven't met sweetheart yet, or yeah. This has kind of a tendency of a genius loci to genius loci stuff. Yeah. Network, and she does like point in the direction she innately knows is where network is. Just yeah. I have a genius loci.
Oh! You have. Ha ha ha! Right! I didn't realize other loci did that. I thought it was just Kara and Kindless. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Double thumbs up for having a soul bond, having somebody else connected to you inside of your ribs. Tell you what, that was not fun waking up and Kara wasn't in here anymore.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. It's you adjusted to that well. I mean, I didn't know you could get two at once. That's well, I mean, someone had implied it once, but we don't talk about them. They're bastard. And did very did.
He's just going to give a bit of an arched eyebrow expression at that, but
Throw that in the river. Throw it in the river. Don't think about it. But anyway, yeah. I got network. She's the best. I made her.
Aw, your own little baby loci. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
that's kind of the same with Kindless. I mean, they were not ever baby sized at all, but, that's castles for you.
An entire picking cup. You guys pick up the big buildings.
I mean, it's still smaller than Kara.
We've got 2 stories.
Aw, ickle baby.
She will tornado you if she hears that.
I could shout. I'm sure she could hear me from here.
Don't. You're alright. Shit. I like it. I like your moxie, you old codger.
I mean, hijinks are kind of my thing.
Spooks and scares, whole part of the town. I can see it. Oh, and we do love to see it, like point blank. Great stuff here. And there is just a moment as Lynn just kind of blinks, and then realizes, because she never cleaned her hands after she marshmallowed, and she did put a hand on you with the thing. She just goes, just pull the hand away, look at it, and just go. Okay, one moment, I stickied you, and then she casts prestidigitation, and there is the smell of pumpkin spice.
he is going to blink, look down at Lynn, look at where she had removed the marshmallow, and then grin and grab her in both hands and pick her up.
You smell like a itty bitty little pumpkin.
I ain't itty bitty, but yeah, it's my magic.
Oh my goodness. That is, like, it's not quite the same as mine, but, cute. Ha ha ha. That's great.
We're going. I admit I'm adorable. I'm picking adorable, and she does like lean one arm on his that's holding her up, and she just goes, "I am adorable. However, I can also be absolutely feral." And she rages. So there's the pumpkin orange outline. Straight up. She's looking at him. She's grinning. And then there's the jack-o'-lantern flicker behind her teeth. Her eyes go, and then the outline just bursts into place, and there is pumpkin spice in the air. Ta-da!
Oh my goodness. Oh, that is some cool shit. Look at you.
I know!
Amazing. Outstanding. I love that. Ha! Gosh.
Hey, one random question. What's your passive perception?
27.
Yeah, no. Let's see. Yeah, because even on her, she rolled. That's a 24. No, you absolutely see just how much she is preening. Like, she's trying to play it cool, but oh, this is actually really nice. She is. You can tell straight up, she is so proud of this skill that she has.
Pumpkin is proud of me.
Yeah. She likes it when people compliment this side of her. She's spooky now.
Damn, that is so cool. Dang, if you're magic and you're raging it like this, you're gonna have absolutely no problems whatsoever using that amulet I gave you. That is like so perfectly in line with your vibe. That's great. You're gonna have no troubles at all.
Oh, that's great! Because I wanted to test it out because it's cool. I haven't managed to yet because Peck and magical bullshit and me don't always work together, and I always like analyzing. And I'm starting to ramble, but this is really cool. And you're holding her aloft. She is doing slight leg kickies.
Bless. Oh dear.
I've got my brooch from Jacques, and that's the best. I use it as a spell focus, but it's got its own stuff. He's really cool at making magic items. And I want to learn how does this one work, by the way? Because gave them out and they're really cool, and I don't want to do something that absolutely botches it because Asclepius would be unhappy with me if I came in and went, "Hi, I got injured again."
No, you'll be fine. Like, I mean, if you're using something that Shocks has made, you'll figure out how to use something I've made, no problem. I mean, we learn how to make this shit at the same time. We're the same age, you know?
Yes, somehow it's daunting. Because he is distinguished, and you are very, very, very
Yes, I am distinctly not that. No, just here. Let me put you down, and just give it a try. I mean, you've got a few things going on that might make at least one of the effects a little superfluous with your little back of the throat glow that you got going on there. But how would you like to go for a flight? I haven't stretched my wings in a while.
Wait. I'm gonna fly?
You can if you want.
That's like the one thing I can't do. Yes! Show me. Like, I can climb, and I can bounce, and I can swim. I can swim really, really good.
Okay.
Flying is just...
I mean, you're a monkey. You're not necessarily built for flying.
I mean, Katrina once threw me across town, but I think that's very different.
Yes. Yes, it is. But, here. You're gonna want to get comfortable.
Oh, okay.
So you might want to, drop your rage there, because that's a little, like a high expenditure of energy there.
Oh, yeah, fair point. Although you do always feel comfortable when you're, like, slightly more resistant to most forms of attack, you know? But she does drop it with, like, a little fluff shake.
There you go. All right. So, yeah. Um, would you like to try it and then go for a fly, or do you want me to show you first?
Um, I admit, entirely outside of my wheelhouse. But, uh, I guess show so I understand how to do it, question mark? She's just, as she's saying, as her voice is going slightly higher, she had prayer hands, and then she's just turned it into a shrug.
All right, that's fine. We can work with that. We can absolutely work with that.
And he kind of shuffles backwards from the edge of the curly hill a little bit and crosses his legs under him a little bit. And he kind of stretches and then he slumps forward just a smidge. And the light in his eye sockets and his mouth goes out.
Oh.
And a second later, not even long enough for Lynn to actually start panicking proper, there is another glow which kind of seeps through his shirt from his rib cage. And I don't have a drawing because I've not had time, but there's this vivid orange, slightly see-through raven that comes out of him and just sort of flaps around and then does a few little loops around. Say?
Easy peasy.
Holy pants!
God, I can't remember to put the voice mod on. Oh my god. But yeah, so it's like this, just this slightly ghostly, bright orange raven circling around, and then it just sort of lands on top of his normal body, which is completely unmoving.
Wow. Okay. That's cool as shit. And like your body is fine, right?
Oh yeah, it's kind of like astral projection, I think is what it's called. So like, it's not shape shifting, although I can do that too. You
Oh.
yeah. So you just sort of have a nap, and while you nap, you can fly.
Okay, straight up, I think that's the best use of sleep ever. My sleep is shit, bedtime.
I mean, it's not technically sleep. Like, you're not resting,
Aw,
but like, your body gets to have
okay.
a lie down, and you get to go off and have bird time.
You know what? Honestly, love to hear it. This is gonna be fun. Right? I mean, you're tiny for. Oh, so it's a bit like when Sweetheart goes into the ambulator. Okay, let me try. And she's straight up. She is so hyped. She is not monitoring herself for I must be dignified detective. She full on does the monkey crouch and circle like a cat for a moment before she gets herself comfortable.
Amazing.
I'm just gonna roll her a quick impulse, like a wisdom. That's a Lynn. Yeah. She does do everything that he did, including the stretchy, and you do hear a few pops. Just ow. I regret my life choices.
That is an 8. That's not much.
Ow. Okay, I'm good. I'm fine. Anyway, so cross the leggies and then focus on the item, I guess? Or is it like innate? I admit, when I learned, it took a lot of times with Jacques to help me understand bard magic, and there's a lot of magic that still goes over my head, and I'm overthinking this, aren't I?
Absolutely, you're overthinking it. Think of it this way. You said that brooch you got from Jax has some special effects, right? Picture
Mm-hmm.
how you make those special effects happen. Like, you have to kind of almost think about which effect you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same deal.
And so there's turning into a bird, and you said there's another one which you said the candle behind my teeth was redundant, so that's going to be Light or fire?
Light. I'm not making everybody breathe fire. There's a certain amount of finesse you need to be able to handle fire to the level I can.
I mean,
But
it'd still be cool if I managed to do that. I mean, Jacques may have a word with you if I ever did that.
Josh will have a word with me no matter what. But no. So this thing, I tried to pack a whole bunch of different things into it. It didn't work as well as I wanted. You can't use all of them all the time, so you kind of want to pick one or the other. But you can do the bird thing, or you can turn into a lamp. It's also really handy if someone's trying to get the drop on you and be scary.
Oh.
But again, you can only pick one, and it needs some time to cool down.
Yeah. That last one's gonna be useful. Thanks. Anyway, so and she almost seems to calm slightly as she adjusts and she sits cross-legged, and she's been giving you her full attention, and you get a feeling that this monkey is hyper as hell. The fact that she has been focusing on you this much, it does show something. And then she does just close her eyes and focus, and do you want to say this just happens, or should I roll something, like Arcana?
I mean, you can roll Arcana to see how long it takes for Lynn to find that sweet spot, if you want.
Holy shitballs!
I feel as though she's got it, just from that reaction.
I love when I still say Arcana isn't one of Lynn's strong points. That's a 17 plus 6!
She knows exactly what she's doing. I guess she's used magical items and magical items that do things like this plenty. And just pointing it at this new thing now that she knows what it does, it's just like that.
It's something in it clicks. Because I've said it before, but Lynn and spooky stuff, it's surprising just the affinity she's had for it. And so there is a moment, and then she slumps forward. And then there is... a raven does come out. It's a bit fluffy, a bit ashy. The moment it comes out, there is probably the shake, fluff, 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 fluff.
Holy shit! You're even adorable like this! Look, see, I told you wouldn't have a problem doing it. Look here, you got wings, and a beak, and a tail, the whole shebang. Well done! Like a pro.
I did it! And she's just absolutely flapping.
Good work. You know what? I'm all for this kind of birding, but I have a different method of flight which I haven't tried since coming back. So, you'll be fine here. Your body will be fine. But I think I am going to take flight in a different way. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
And
don't worry, I trust Kara with my body. Kara's safe. We trust Kara.
And this bright orange raven sort of shoops back in through his mouth hole, and then his eyes and his mouth start that glow again, and he perks back up, rolls his shoulders, and then he stands up and stretches his arms over his head.
All right, let's see if I can still do this and not fall down. Falling was never my thing, so let's give this a try.
And then again, being upside down is kind of your thing, though. Maybe you'll get stuck on a post or something.
Oh, fuck off. Okay? That was once. Oh my
And it's
god,
something
Jox told you about. Oh! Why did Jox tell you guys that?
How did you even get on that? How did you even get upside down in that state?
That's where I was made.
Oh.
Yeah, I was designed as an adult. I was never a child. And I opened my eyes for the very first time, and I'm tied to a stick in the middle of the pumpkin patch. So it was an unfortunate turn of events that I couldn't get off the stick without help. And Jacques came along and just had to be a smartass about it. But that's one of the things I love about him.
It's great, and we love to see it. And hey, you met the spook, and Spook and a crow. Here we are now.
Here we are now. But yes, let's see if my wings still work. Hopefully they do.
Indeed. Let's see if you go ass over tit off the cliff.
I can still chuck you off of this hill.
I'm a bird now. I can fly.
That's not.
He just sort of points at her normal body.
Don't test me.
I'll test you at a later date. I'll test you at my earliest convenience.
So what he does is, after he finishes rolling his eyes at that remark, he kind of stands up and stretches and scoots the very edge of the curly hill as far as he can kind of get without tipping off the edge. And as Lynn's watching, she can see what it looks initially like a wind or something, kind of like what Network would do, that sweeps by and blows the two lengths of scarf, the very long scarf that he wears. But then as they sort of flick up, then they spread out, and suddenly they're not made out of cloth, they're made out of feathers, black feathers, and then they beat down and he goes up.
Oh yeah, still works. Heck yes.
And he just keeps going up and up and up and up and up.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool. And she's just looking up, and then she kind of hops from foot to foot on her own body, which is that's definitely something.
It would be, yes.
It gives her own hair a ruffle. Just wow, it's a bird's nest. Ha! And flying. I can fly. Yeah, I can fly.
Are you okay down there? Are you coming?
I've never done this before. Hang on. And she's gonna try and give the flappies.
Maybe an acrobatics, I guess?
Acrobatics, that works. Oh, Lynn, you're doing great today. Holy shit. That is a 19 plus 7.
Beautiful.
It takes her a moment of he can kind of see that she hypes herself up and then has a moment and then bounces a bit and then just kind of goes peck to the wind and just yeet. This monkey is used to throwing herself off tall things. And then she is flapping. And then she's flying. And there is the very joyous, cawing, screeching cackle of sheer delight.
Korvits is decidedly amused by this. He just starts to cackle from where he is slightly higher up.
You got it! You're doing great! Well done!
I got it! Holy heck, I've got it! This is the coolest shit! I love it. I love this. Hang on, I'm coming up to you. And she does just flappy, 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 flappy. I just start to get into it after a bit of just looking more like a raven in flight than I have no idea what I'm doing puppet.
Yes.
It's cool shit, right?
The coolest shit! Holy shit!
And you know the best thing about flying?
Hmm?
You get to admire the view.
And he makes a sweeping gesture with one hand and just sort of gestures at all of Halloweentown laid out below them.
Oh. Never thought I'd get this view. Wow.
The skyline's a little different to what I'm used to, but it's still pretty.
Yeah. I like home.
Me too. Speaking of which, we should be able to see your place from here. Where is it?
Yeah! Hang on, let me see if my bird eyes. I spy with my little bird eyes. I can see my house! I can see that one!
Where?
And she does take a moment and just go, I have a beak, I don't have thumbs or pointy fingers. How do I do? Oh, barrel roll. And she does just get a bit of height and then barrel roll in one direction so she can point.
Amazing. I'm just because I think it's funny, I'm gonna roll him an intelligence to see whether or not he actually understands.
That was perception for can you see your house, Lynn? And the answer was yes.
Yes. Alright. Do you understand what Lynn is putting down? That was a 19 on the dice. Yes, you do. Yeah, he's fine. He'll sort of watch and then look.
You mean the one that kind of sticks out a little bit?
She's trying her best. I mean, I gesture at the me. We soulborn gold's kind of our thing. If she's not gold, you got a really serious problem and we got to deal with it.
Right, I see. I mean, I got no problem with gold and yellow and orange and whatnot. I breathe fire. You know, I am a pumpkin. Orange is sort of my color. But yeah, okay. That building is your house. You'll have to introduce me at some stage.
Oh, she'll love you. She'll love you. You're gonna get tornadoed, so you're gonna have some fun in Richmond. She does like bird people. I've got two of my nibblings, nephews, both of my nephews, and then another one if we can drag him in. But yeah, everyone with wings does get lifted. We might have, you might hit your head. We're a small build. We need to build more at some stage. She has been getting an energy surge recently. We'll figure that stuff out.
I mean, having extra energy and extra power is good. I mean, I do feel different having come back, but I don't feel bad. Kind of makes me wish I had something to dedicate all this attention and energy to, but you know, I still have to process the whole nearly 200 years in some sort of coma. Working on it.
Yeah. Yeah, offers open straight up. If you ever want to stop on by, or if hang out. I mean, you're old as pit. What do old people do? Play chess, checkers, mahjong?
No. I don't play any of those things.
You sure? You sure? Do you want some yarn? And you can actually actively see on her face, for all she is a raven right now, she is pulling your tail feather.
I see. Well, I mean, you know, if you're okay hanging out with someone as geriatric as me, you little young whippersnapper.
Oh, I'm sure I can make do. I'm sure I can. You can give me some of the back in my days.
Didn't I already do that? I swear I said those exact words at some point tonight.
See, you've already fit your status quo. Fantastic.
Great. Done. Tick the box back in my day. Fucking great. Wonderful. I'm glad.
And and you've given the youngster sweet treats as well. Which I just tried to air quote with wings. That just makes you go up.
That takes some finesse. It absolutely does. You're at least black when you do it. I mean, I do like being able to be a little bit smaller sometimes, so it's very handy. You know, when something's not designed for someone who's, 8'11". I'm very tall. It's just a thing, but.
Oh, you are really, really tall. I'm glad that we started this conversation sitting down because there's nothing to climb here.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, at least Jacques and Asclepius are also quite tall. All of their furniture is the right proportions for me, which is handy.
Mm-hmm.
The number of places I visited where everything was more designed for toons who are like 4 feet tall. It's like, oh, I think I may just sit on the floor. May I have a cushion to sit on the floor? There is no way I am getting into that chair and then getting out of it again.
I'll be sure when you come round to bring out the finest of beanbags.
Oh, a beanbag! Even better! Just make sure the beans aren't made out of, like, plastic.
Don't worry, we tailored that already. Especially after an event, they're fireproof.
Excellent. Wonderful. I'm glad about that.
Yeah. Me too.
You know what? I'm really glad that, while it's different, so much of town is still the same. Jacques is taking good care of everything.
He really has. He's freaking fantastic. I'm glad to know him. I'm glad to call him family.
Yeah. Same.
And he's looking out over Halloweentown really fondly before he turns and looks back at Lin.
I am not stepping back up as my old job, but if you ever need help, I'm happy to lend a hand in whatever capacity I can. So don't hesitate, all right?
Thank you. That means a lot. I'll admit, Anquil's definitely having a year of the plot. It's good to know we got help in our corner.
Hopefully the next time I try and do something to help people, I don't explode. But, hopefully if I do explode a second time, it won't have quite a disastrous effect. But, again, that bridge, we will come to that bridge.
Yeah, we will come to that bridge and we won't pick and explode. Why do the people I associate with in this day and age decide, oh, exploding, that's a normal thing to happen?
Look, I did not explode by choice. Like, I don't know if it was literal exploding. It just seems like the correct word to use based on what Jacques has told me. No one was there, so no one saw it, so no one knows, and the person who did it seems to be dead as far as we can tell. So it is a mystery.
Who were they, if you don't mind me asking?
No pecking idea.
You got an idea whether they were real or not? Because real, probably. Like, 200 years, there's like a few species, but real too.
I'm about 70% sure they were a toon. I didn't get a super good look at them, or if I did, I don't remember. It's something's just a little fuzzy up here.
And he taps at his head and makes another hollow dunk 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 noise.
Yeah,
But they
honestly,
were sort of a I think they were round-ish. I think.
Mm.
Um,
I'm going to roll him a history. See what happens. That's
Add
not...
a d6 to it if need be.
Let's see what a d6 adds to a 17. That's plus 4. Okay, that's a 21. He's gonna go quiet and think about it for a second.
yeah, round. But, like, not spherical round. Sort of, like, rotund, I guess. And, I mean, they kind of... I don't remember exactly, but I get this feeling like they would have fit in Halloweentown. Like, I think they had, like, a tie that looked like a spider, I think, but they had kind of short, stubby legs. And, not quite a jack-o'-lantern face, but, like, I'm not sure. Maybe made of sackcloth? I'm not sure.
Sackcloth?
Yeah, sackcloth-ish, I think. I didn't see them very long. But then when I confronted him and attempted to fix this whole aggression issue with the blade of my axe, then there was this flash of blue-green stuff. Josh showed me the gem thing that apparently was stuck into my rib cage when you found me. It's like that was the same color as the flash I saw. And that was it. However, Red Rover, that was all I remember after that. After that, you were finding me over there.
And he just sort of points to where you guys found him, where that last spooky anomaly was.
Right. Fascinating. Okay, I'll log that away. Might be useful for later. But if there's any chance of anything, it's you've got Jacques and you got this town, and hey, you got a detective on your side. We'll get to the bottom of some shit. We'll figure this out.
I mean, I wouldn't mind knowing, to be fair. But at the same time, it's done. Nothing much can be done about it now, so if it doesn't come out of the woodwork, it's not that big of a deal. It's... can't take it back one way or the other. Jacques is in the condition Jacques is in, but Jacques is fine. Jacques had to say that he was fine about 16 times, but Jacques is fine. Jacques is fine.
Yeah.
Kara's fine.
And he said, yeah, they're good. And Jacques now has that amulet. He has the amulet I got him.
Oh, yes, Jacques did tell me about that amulet you gave him. There, we are going for another box of gratitude. Let me get another box.
And he
Again. Guys.
You will be in the box of gratitude. You have no choice. You are in the box. Get in the box, Picnic.
No! Back off! He just absolutely died. She saw.
Hi, puppy.
Oh, surprise child.
Hello. Hello, you're being cheeky. Are you being cheeky? Yes.
You want a banana?
We always love a spontaneous cow break.
She is now tall enough to reach the door handles.
The age of mistake has begun.
Yes. But yes. So he is miming putting you into a box.
Monkey, who is in bird form has absolutely just dived. She could stay and be metaphorically put in a box, or she could fly away. She has opted for plan B, fly the peck away.
You cannot run from me in this sky picnic. I will catch you and be grateful, damn it!
Watch me!
I really don't think you want to make this a challenge, Lynn. Because you will not win. I promise you that.
Still, it's helping the elderly, helping you stretch your wings.
You're the one who popped your sketch when you were trying to sit down, Comfy.
That happens! That just happens. I mean, it happens more frequently nowadays than it used to, but that's fine. I'm working on it. Anyway, I can't stick my tongue out at you seeing as I'm a bird, and I can't flip. Wait. And she just pauses for a moment and then just hovers in midair and then does a flip. She's distinctly proud of herself.
It is going to have the desired effect of stopping him from chasing her because he's just gripping at his sides, cracking up laughing.
Did you just flip? You flipped a bird? That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I love it.
And I'll do it again! And she does it a second time.
Birds flip? Oh, there's a crack of pumpkin juice right now.
And he's just rubbing at his face. He's laughing so hard.
She is beyond smug. She is mission accomplished.
Oh my gosh. I love you so much. Amazing.
Stroke of genius.
Oh my gosh. Well, did you want to do anything else? Did Lynn have any more things she wanted to talk to him about?
I think that other topic will be saved for another day, seeing as they're not at that stage yet. But she will want to go back to her own body at some stage.
Oh yeah,
Check
like
on it.
the effect
Okay.
only lasts for I think I made it an hour. So after some hot dogging, she will actually find that her bird form kind of just evaporates, I guess, and because of her ashy seeming, and she just sort of poofs into a little cloud of ash, and then blink, blink, oh, I'm a monkey on the ground again. And I might actually get her to roll me a con, just a straight con.
Oof. Oof. She's fine, but
8. Alright. She's been on Tarp's ship before. She knows the concept of having sea legs and the difference between being on a boat and being on the ground. Same vibe! You've been in the air for an hour. And oh no! The ground! Gravity works! Wibble wobble legs.
she goes to stand up in her "that was amazing" wobbles and then just falls on her back again and starfishes just. Oh.
Korvits is gonna fly back down, and you can hear him land with a surprisingly heavy sounding thoof as he lands, and then you just see him lean, like bending at the hips, lean over into Lynn's line of sight.
You doing all right there, Lynn?
I have learned the experience of skylickies.
Yeah, that took me some getting used to too, but you get good at it.
I look forward to it. It's gonna be great. And Wait, what kind of class are you even that you can do all this shit? You said you were a bard, and this, and you got an axe.
I am how to put this? I am a jack of all trades sort of guy.
Oh my fucking gods. She just she kind of rolls to one side in the I can't believe you've made that joke, but no, she wheezes.
Yes. He just sort of grins down at her. It's like, I know what I did kind of way.
You forfeited right to your kneecaps. You forfeited the right to your kneecaps. That joke was terrible.
Listen, you literally flipped a bird at me. I
I
don't
know.
think you have any room to talk.
Well, I was just winging it, you know.
Yeah, you're a bard, all right.
I I'm probably gonna lie here just a little bit longer. Just rest the sketch. But we are gonna do so much in the future. I want to do more flying, and more. You are telling me so much about everything.
I mean, I'll do my best. But, I mean, if you're gonna lie there, do you want some company? I've got more marshmallows.
Hand them over.
Alright.
Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to roll him his hammer space. Because that was really funny last time. And I want it to be funny this time.
Roll with disadvantage if you so choose.
Oh, I'm absolutely going to do that because that was a 6. Oh, and that's a 5. Okay. I mean, he was going to get marshmallows. So he pulls out marshmallows. Again, it could be a sleeping bag the size of this bag of marshmallows. But, like, he pulls one out. And he just hands one down. Oh, wait, did you... Oh, hold on. I gotta put the voice mod on.
Did you want it toasted?
Yeah. Gimme.
Alright.
And he will he'll toast it in the same manner as he did before, and then hand it down, and then he'll just sort of sit down next to her and stuff more marshmallows into his mouth and munch, 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 munch.
Yeah, I want to learn about Imatus and about the other place and all that sort of stuff. Hey, a random question. How many of these do you think we can have before Jacques realizes that we've had so many marshmallows?
Well, I think my capacity for sugar content is a little bigger than yours because of sheer room for them. But, you might be bouncing around town like a ping pong ball for a while, Zarek, and that'll be a big clout.
Hand me another one.
You got it.
Just the utter look on her face is just utter. I am going to be a menace to society.
Amazing.
And if there's nothing else you've got, I think that's a perfect place to zoom out.
Yeah, agreed. That was good.
That was glorious on so many levels.
Really got to get good at turning the voice mod on and off. But, you
You
know.
did great! You did great! And these two got on surprisingly well. I mean, pumpkin spice souls. They got some solidarity.
Yes. Oh, gosh. Ellen got to take to the air the first time. That was wonderful.
We love to see it. She's going to treasure this for a long ass time. She's absolutely sketching what Halloweentown looked like from above later on.
Nice.
But you know what? For sake of humor, I'm gonna roll a performance just to see how. Oh, that's perfect.
Nice!
That is the pumpkin staring up at me. That is a nat 20.
Beautiful.
She is gonna remember this. forever.
That's great.
Mhm.
Oh,
Gods.
dear. Thank you very much for playing with me, Vwild. This has been really fun.
Happy to do it with you. You're fabulous, and this is brilliant. I'm beaming. I'm absolutely beaming. All right, shall we say goodbye to our wonderful audience?
Yes, let's.
Bye-bye.
Bye.